Yo, welcome back. Now that we have all this stuff on our enemies, like health, we can do damage, and so on, we need to make them a bit more lively, like make them move around a bit. So, how do we do this? Well, first off, let's create a little platform, just like that. Just copy pasting our tile, and then we're going to put our player on top of it. Now, we're going to make this guy go back and forward. Like an old school patrolling enemy, right? That's going to be the beginnings of learning how to do enemy AI. So to begin the whole thing, we're going to need two objects. So we're going to go here, add new object, add a sprite, and we're going to call this sprite go left. And we're going to create the sprite using Piscal. It's 16 by 16, right? Yeah. You can just make these 96 by 96. 9696. And select the color. Which color are we going to use? Man, we have pretty much all the base colors used. Let's use another blue, like a darker blue. Like that. That is fine. Grab the paint bucket. Put it like that. And click save. Now we have that one. Press apply. So this is our go left. We're going to grab it. And we're going to plop it right there. Now we're going to create a new object. Oh my god, my mouse. And a new sprite. And we're going to call it go right. Go right. And create with Piscal. Again, let's make it 96 by 96. Oh, it was already there. Oops. Yep. My eyes are still buggered. So 9696. Why was it 64 by 64 now? I don't get this thing. It's like sometimes it gives me the right measure, sometimes it doesn't. Whatever. Let's grab the paint bucket and let's select maybe a dark red. I mean, our enemies have the little eyes, so we can distinguish these. So that way we have a blue and a red. And clicks it. Oh, oops. Oops, a doodle. I forgot to paint it. Red, a bit darker. Darker, like that. Paint bucket, paint, and save. There we go. That's better. And click apply. So now we have go left and go right. We're going to grab the go right and we're going to put it there. So now we have these things. Feel free to like draw something on them to distinguish them from the enemies, but the enemies already have the little faces, right? Or use different colors, whichever ones we want. Now, we have these things saying go left and go right. And now we need to tell the enemy where to go. Like, does he move left? Does he move right? How do we do this? How do we get him to start thinking? Well, we're going to give him a brain. And how do we give him a brain? Well, we go to events. And under enemy red, we're going to create our little AI here. Let's grab, where do we have one of those markers? There we go. Let's grab a marker. And let's copy paste a couple of them. There you go. So this one, let's copy one of these. Paste there. So this is the animation going idle, and this is deleting the enemy. All right. And now here it's going to be odd one. It's going to be our AI. Well, kind of. It's not really going to be intelligence right now. It's just going to be kind of dumb. It's going to be like, I want to go left. I want to go right. Kind of thing. Um, so at the beginning of the scene, let's do that one. At the beginning of the scene, press OK. We're gonna give the enemy a number variable. So object number variable. And this variable of the object enemy is going to be named brain. So it's going to be thoughts, like what he wants to do. And we're going to set it to the value of 1. Okay. So now, when the scene begins, his brain is going to have the number 1, just kind of like the health, right? Brain equals 1. So what do we do? Sorry, just banged the mic. So what do we do with this information? Like, he has a 1. Well, we're going to do something called a state machine. And what a state machine is a filter. Meaning, when the value is 1, it does one thing. When the value is 2, he stops doing the thing he was doing with value 1, and he starts doing the value 2 thing, right? And then if it changes to 3, he forgets about 2 and 1, and he does 3, right? So basically, a state machine is like a filter. And you're going to see how it works. This is going to be the very basic form of it. Again, if this makes no sense to you, it's okay. Just keep doing. And as you're doing, you're going to learn how to do this stuff. Things are going to start making sense in your head. So let's move on. Right, so the scene begins, and his brain now has 1. We're going to add another event, add condition, and again, object number variable. And select this. Enemy. And if it's equal, oh wait, we need to say the name. So if the variable brain of enemy equals 1, oh god, there we go, equals 1, click OK. Right, so we have this thing. If the brain of enemy equals 1, then we're going to add the action, add force, add a force of to object enemy. Kind of like we did with a bullet, right? It's the exact same thing we did with a bullet. And remember, minus values go left, adding values or plus values go right. So let's make him go left. To make him go left, we need to subtract a value. So minus, and let's make it 150. And on the y, we put 0. Because remember, x, left and right, y is up and down. If you put something on here, it's going to start flying up or flying down. We don't want that. And we're going to make it an instant force. Remember? Instant force is like you push once and it stops. And permanent is like being in space with no gravity. You push once and it goes on forever. But in this case, for as long as the number is 1, it's going to be doing the action. So instant force is okay here. It's like for as long as the number equals 1, it's like there's someone behind the enemy constantly pushing him towards the left. So let's click OK. We can do it the other way around. I'll show you how in a second. So add to enemy an instant force of minus 150 on the x-axis and 0 on the y. So at the beginning of the scene, his brain is going to tell him to go left. Let's see if it works. Press preview. And there he goes. And it's just going to keep on going. And he's out of there. Right. So, how do we stop him? How do we make him bounce around? Well, that part's easy. I'm going to add another event. I'm going to add the condition collision. Collision. Select collision. And then when the object enemy is in collision with the object, well, he's going left. So now we want him to go right. So go right. So when he's in collision with the object, go right. Press OK. We're gonna copy paste this one that says brain equal 1 or set to 1. Gonna drag it down here. And now when he's in collision with the go right, we're gonna change his number from 1 to 2. So his brain is gonna go from number 1 to number 2. Now we're gonna copy paste this one. Right, let's drag and drop this. Let's put it up there. And down here, let's copy paste the one that says, oh, if it equals 1, then does that. Wait, I copied the wrong one. Sorry. No, I copied the right one. It just went up there for some reason. It skipped 1 and got pasted there. Anyways, so if it equals 1, it goes minus forces. Now you're going to change this one, and it's if it equals 2, we're going to add an instant force of plus 50, right? Because minus goes left, plus goes right. So now when he collides with go right, it's going to change to 2, and he's going to get number 2 on the brain. And as long as he has number 2 on the brain, he's going to go right. Check this out. Sorry. And there we go. Now he bounced forward. Now he's going, and keep on going. Now you guessed it. We're going to do the exact same thing for go left. So we're going to copy paste the one that says collision. So enemy is in collision with go right. I'm going to change go right for go left. Just like that. And when he hits go left, his brain is going to switch from number 2 to number 1. Just like that. And we don't need to add anything, right? Because we already have 1 and 2. Press preview. And there we have it. Now the enemy is going to bounce back and forward. Just like that. Forever and ever and ever and ever ever. We got a patrolling enemy. It's the beginnings of AI. Which is kind of cool, right? I love doing this kind of stuff. Right, didn't we have an enemy there? Oh, yeah. I almost forgot we gave it to every enemy. I wasn't even paying attention. So this guy like went flying past. And I didn't even realize. Because we're giving the number to every single one of these. Right. I completely forgot about that part. I was like, where did that enemy go? Right. Right, because at the beginning of the scene, we're giving the number 1 to all the objects called enemy. Right, one more thing, quick thing before we end this. And it's going to be right here at the start. Of the scene. Let's copy paste one of these. And at the beginning of the scene, let's delete this. Let's add the action hide. And we're going to select that hide thing. And the object, go left. Click OK. So at the beginning of the scene, we're going to hide the object, go left, and then we're going to copy paste this one. And you guessed it, we're going to change this one to go right. Just like that. Click preview. There you go. At the very beginning of the scene, we're going to hide those objects. So now no one's the wiser. Right? You can't see the objects that make him bounce back and forward. And if you want to do more stuff like this, for example, instead of making this guy like fly off into nowhere, we can give him a little platform like here. Put him there. Then we copy that one. And we copy that one. Go left and go right. And there we go. Now we got two enemies going back and forward. How cool is that? And you can fight them, right? Pew, pew, and right. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was doing the patrolling enemy. I know it's a bit longer one, but this kind of stuff is really fun, right? We're getting there. We're getting to some more cool stuff, and that's what we're going to do next episode. I'm still not sure what we're going to do, but I'm sure it's going to be something cool because I want to do this kind of stuff. Now, I don't want to do the boring explanations anymore. Right. Let's learn by example or by doing. Learn by doing. That's what I meant. Right. Catch you guys next episode. If you like, leave a like. If you don't, whatever. Leave a comment, subscribe. Catch you guys next episode. Peace out.